here we are at Yad Vashem in Jerusalem. Could you introduce yourself and just describe the work you're doing in South Africa?
Hi everybody, my name is Orli Barnett. I'm an Education Director at the Cape Town Holocaust and Genocide Centre, which is situated in South Africa.
And what do you do there?
So because the Holocaust and World War II is part of the national history curriculum in our country, our mandate is to reach students across the region of South Africa and to run educational programs for them. And so pretty much every day we host school programming at our campus where our students are exposed to the history of the Holocaust and World War II through our permanent exhibition. They learn about anti-Semitism. Sometimes they meet survivors. And this is all in support of their studies at school.
Now, we've just had a session where you've shown us many pictures, photographs of what's been happening in South Africa and to your centre since October 7. So some of the biggest challenges you've been facing.
So, as you might know, or our audiences might know, the South African government has positioned itself as being very strongly pro-Palestinian and anti-Israeli. This has also resulted in South Africa taking Israel to the International Court of Justice and accusing Israel of crimes of genocide in Gaza. Of course, Israel has also responded, saying that because genocide has to have an intention, genocide has to have intent. Their intention is not genocide, and we wait to see what the results of that is. But because our government has blatantly stated that they believe what is happening in the Middle East results is tantamount to genocide, some of the challenges that we face is that our students also believe this without much critical thinking, and they also haven't really investigated the definition of genocide. And so part of our job is to actually work with them around the definition of what is genocide, and also the fact that not all governments represent the people underneath them. So we have to work with stereotypes. For example, not all Israelis are the same. Not all Palestinians are the same. Not all governments are supported by the people that they represent. And so we work a lot with working around stereotyping, prejudice, tolerance, and that kind of work to try and break down divisiveness and rather work towards coming together in unity.
And what age group of students do you generally deal with?
Because the curriculum is specifically for the grade 9 age group, which is 14 to 15 years old, that is the bulk of the students that we receive. However, if students choose to take history as a subject as an elective later on in high school, then in their grade 11 year, so that's about 17 years old, we receive them again at the center, and they are studying Nazi Germany as a case study into the topic of eugenics, racial science, and social Darwinism, and so they visit our campus again. However, we also run programs for many different specialized groups. We have journalism students, media students, medical students. We have correctional services and police, and also teachers, students who are training to be history teachers, and we give them support on how to teach the curriculum of the Holocaust and World War II in their classrooms.
Now, remind me again of the name of your centre.
We are the Cape Town Holocaust and Genocide Centre. We fall under an umbrella association called the South African Holocaust and Genocide Foundation, which is made up of 3 sister museums, one in Cape Town, one in Johannesburg, and one in the city of Durban.
You showed us pictures of major demonstrations outside your centre, which I think have been quite frequent. Tell us about that and the impact that's having on you and your staff and your work.
Thank you. So it has been quite a difficult time for us because our museum is situated on a Jewish community center campus in Cape Town, and it's often perceived by anti-Israel protesters to be the epicenter of their protest action because it is in front of the Jewish community. Now, our center, as it happens, although it was founded by the Jewish community, is a very diverse, multicultural space. Not everyone who works there is Jewish, and the organization itself is a South African NGO, not-for-profit. It is not a Jewish community organization. However, I think the association with people who think about the Jewish community is immediately that there's an association with Israel. And because of all of this, the protests have happened outside of our campus on quite a frequent basis. People are bringing placards that are very inflammatory and very aggressive, not only calling for ceasefire in Gaza, but also blaming Jews, calling Zionism racism, calling Zionism a colonial project, calling Israel an apartheid state, using our cultural heritage to appropriate this argument, and also making very anti-Semitic statements around Jews and terrible tropes around associations around Jews, which has it's different to just anti-Zionism. It's also anti-Semitic.
Why do you say that? You feel it's qualitatively different since October 7, and here at this conference, people from countries all over the world are saying that something's changed. How would you describe it?
So we have had protests against Israel prior to October 7th in small numbers, but it really has exploded since October 7th. I think because of the support of our government for the Palestinian cause, and because it's been quite insightful against Israel, people feel that their voice is now able to be heard, that people who felt these sentiments and kept it quiet before have now been given a platform to be violent and aggressive. And there is a distinction between peaceful protests and violent protests. We have seen both.
Just finally, you showed us pictures of a suburb where a lot of Jewish people live, not all, but a lot of Jewish people live. What's been happening in that suburb?
So this is a suburb in Cape Town that's perceived to be a Jewish area. Of course, this is a stereotype. There are Jewish people who live in the area, but there are other people who are not Jewish. But that is the perception. And so it's become also another epicenter of protests. I feel like the protesters kind of want to do it in front of the Jewish community and make people feel uncomfortable or maybe unwelcome. And so this has been a space where people have put up pro-Palestinian placards. They've intimidated other Israeli solidarity rallies, usually by the Christian community, and intimidated them. And it's been a place where one of our synagogues has also, the people coming to an Aliyah Expo have also been intimidated and told to leave. So it's been a space where there's been a lot of contested history, and we do have security, so we don't feel totally unsafe, but we've also been told by security organizations that Jewish people should stay away and not engage with the protesters because it will not result in anything positive.
And just to be clear, that there have been Christian demonstrations to support the state of Israel and Jewish people. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, so to be clear, there definitely are people in South Africa who support the cause of Israel and who also just support peace in general. They have been drowned out in many times by the pro-Palestinian marches. I definitely feel on a personal note that there is not an equality of voice in this dialogue. It's not an equal dialogue. So I just, on a personal capacity, feel that some voices are being given a platform to be heard while others are being drowned out. And my personal wish is that the voices were more equal in this debate and that both voices could be heard equally.
Thank you so much for talking.
Thank you.